I made y'all a promise in my last video. I promised that the next video, so this one, would tell you everything you need to create and sell digital products, like all the softwares and all the tools and all the things. So that's what this video is. We're gonna talk about everything you need to create and sell digital products, from softwares to tools and everything in between. Before we get started, you need to know that I don't care what it is. I don't care what kind of shirt it is, what kind of shoes that they are, what kind of earrings they are. If I see an ad come across my page for a color blocked anything in the general colors of my brand, I will buy it every single time. Every single time. Like, how cute is this sweatshirt? I think I got it from Amazon. If I did, I will link it below. If not, I'll try and find where I got it and link it below, but how cute. Okay, so last video we talked about like the secret way to sell digital products if you have no audience. So before I talk about like the tools to create and sell, let me first remind you of what you know so far. There are a ton of videos on my channel where I talk about what you can create as a digital product, where I talk about templates and workbooks and whatever else, okay? And so you can go watch those. They'll all be linked below. But like, there's a shit ton of possibilities with things that you can create. And then we've talked before about how if you don't have an audience, you might want to use Etsy, or what I used in my last video, which was an ad-driven funnel for digital products. And if you do have an audience, you might want to use your own site like WooCommerce or Shopify. We've covered a lot of things with digital products. And so if I'm talking about anything today and you're like, wait, I want more, there probably is more. I probably have done a video on it. So I will link as many digital product videos as I can below. I'll link to a whole playlist about them. So hopefully you can get any questions you have answered. All right, so let's talk about tools you need to actually create your digital products first. We're gonna do create and then sell. A lot of the tools you're gonna use to create digital products depend on what kind of digital products you're gonna create. Like if you're gonna create Canva templates, you should probably use Canva. If you're gonna create something like ClickUp templates or Trello templates or whatever, you need to use ClickUp or Trello. Speaking of, this video is sponsored by ClickUp, but we'll talk more about them in a minute. If you want to sell like a template for like copy, you want to write something and you want to sell a template, or like a contract template, you might want to use Google Docs. If you want to do Lightroom templates, you're going to use Lightroom. Or you're going to do some kind of video LUT to make videos have a certain color or look, you're going to want to use Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro or something like that. If you're like, Jessica, no, I'm not trying to make templates. I want to make a workbook or a cookbook or an ebook or a piece of digital art or something like that, then you're probably going to want to use Canva or Photoshop. But I think you get the point. What you use to create the digital product has a lot to do with what the digital product is. And especially if it's like a template for something. Of course, you're going to use that software or that tool to create it. But the selling part can be a little bit harder. The selling part might need a few more tools. But before we get there, I do want to talk about today's sponsor, ClickUp. Listen, y'all know I love ClickUp. I literally sell templates for ClickUp as a digital product myself. And the reason I do that is because I love ClickUp so much, and I want people to see the possibilities in it, and I want people to see that they're able to use it in whatever way they want to and all the things. I manage my entire freaking business on ClickUp, from my content calendar and managing my YouTube videos to my podcast content calendar to managing our employees to mapping out strategies and mapping out things we're gonna do in the future to hiring. Y'all know Laura just left me, and we actually hired a new person full-time to come on and do some video editing and some more of the content side of the business, and I managed the entire hire in ClickUp. I had them fill out a form and fill out an application and had it come automatically to ClickUp, and then use the board to say yes, no, maybe, and keep up with everything. There are a ton of softwares out there right now that are built to help you manage your projects and all the things. But when I tell you that ClickUp is absolutely by far my favorite, and I was using them way before they approached me for a brand sponsorship, a brand partnership, and I will use them even after that's over, I am not joking. They are so much better, so much more robust, so much more feature filled than so many other programs. And listen, there's a program out there a lot of people talk about, and it rhymes with motion, and that is really cool. It's a cool program. I get it. But you have to customize like everything that you do in there. You can't have a page, or you can't have a section or a segment or a thing or a system without customizing it or buying a template. Like, out of the box, it is very plain Jane. And for someone like me who could literally get held up creating all of these templates and not do the thing I'm creating the template for, it does not work for my brain. With ClickUp, it's all just built in. Let's say I was gonna create a new digital product and I wanted to create a new space in ClickUp right now to keep up with the whole process, the ideation, the creation, the selling, all of it. Literally, all I have to do is go create the space. Like, everything is there that I need. Like, there's a list view, there's a board view, I can add other views, I can map things out all within that same thing, and it makes it so freaking easy to manage it all. So with that said, thank you ClickUp for sponsoring this video. If you want to try out ClickUp for yourself, you can try it for free at heyjessica.com/ClickUp, and with that link you can also get 20% off any of their business plans. So thank you again, ClickUp. Go check them out. They are one of the tools that I literally use to create my digital product, and I can't say enough good things about them. All right, let's switch gears a little bit and talk about how you actually sell your digital products. I'm gonna get out my iPad and we're gonna work through this together, okay? There are two different options here, like literally just two. You either have an audience or you need to borrow or buy an audience. Those are your options. You have an audience or you need to borrow or buy an audience. If you already have an audience, you can use things, and by the way, if you already have an audience, you can also use the things in the borrow or buy an audience thing, but we're just gonna keep them separate for the purposes of this video. So if you have an audience, you might wanna use your own site. And this can be something like what I use, which is WooCommerce with WordPress, or this can be Shopify. But like, you can use your own site to sell your digital products because you already have an audience who you can send there. If you need to borrow or buy an audience, then you're going to need something like Etsy, Creative Market, or something like FG Funnels, which is what I use to build out my funnel. So if you're gonna sell a digital product, like I showed you in the last video, you might need a software like that. Now, again, you can use that if you already have an audience, but to keep them separate, these are your two options. And basically, to break this down into the softwares that you need, when you're selling a digital product, you need a way to market it, and excuse my handwriting, you know, like I'm trying to do this all at one time. You need to sell it, you need to deliver it, and then you need to capture the people that you sell to. Now, if you're using something like Etsy, it's almost impossible to capture them because Etsy doesn't allow you to keep the list of people who purchase your things. But you know, that's just the cost of using the platform. It also has benefits, so whatever. When you are looking at, you know, what we talked about a second ago, do you have your own audience? Do you need to borrow or buy one? You now know like kind of what you need software-wise, but all of it needs to go through this process. If you're gonna market it and you already have your own audience, it might be that you market it with your content, like your YouTube videos or your Instagram or something like that. You might even use ads to market it if you already have an audience, but you can definitely use ads to market it if you need to buy an audience. Then if you need to borrow an audience, you're definitely going to use something like Etsy or Creative Market to market it, because basically what you're doing is you are kind of borrowing their audience to market to. You have to get really good at their softwares and their algorithms, but you're borrowing their audience. Then if you're gonna sell it, if you're using Creative Market or Etsy, they sell for you and they deliver for you, okay? But if you're using your own site, or you're wanting to do a funnel, or you're wanting to run ads, or you don't want to send people to Etsy or whatever, you need something to sell it or deliver it. So if you're going to market it with content or ads and you're not going to send them to Etsy or Creative Market to sell it, you need something like FG Funnels, WooCommerce, ignore me trying to write fast. You could even do like just a PayPal button, or have something like Thrivecart that just has like a cart option, but you need to find some way to sell, like actually collect the money for and sell your thing. Now, WooCommerce is actually going to deliver it for you. FG Funnels Something like Thrivecart, they will too, but you kind of have to set that up on the back end, but they will. Something like PayPal, you'd have to find a way to deliver it. Now you can use something like SendOwl to send your digital products. So SendOwl will also let you sell, but this is like a software where that's like literally what it's built for, is to sell digital products and deliver them. So you can use something like that, FG Funnels, WooCommerce, whatever. Now you want to tie the selling of it into the capturing of it. You want the email addresses from all the people who purchase your digital product in your email marketing system. I'm gonna abbreviate. So you want all those emails in your email marketing system so that you can market to them again, sell to them again, deliver to them again, and repeat the process. Now, I know that was a lot to take in, but like I say, I've talked through this 1,000 times. And essentially, you need to create digital products and sell them. You need to know whether or not you have your own audience and you're going to sell that way, or you need to borrow an audience. And then now you should know the tools that you need to do either one of those things. I will link all the tools that I talked about today below in the description so you can check them out and like figure out whatever you want to figure out there. But also, I need you to know to keep it simple. Even if you have your own audience, it may be best to do it on Etsy for now because it's simple. Maybe you're like, I really don't want to use Etsy. They take away too much of my profits and they don't let me keep my customer list. I want to go with, running ads to my digital products, but now I have to figure out the softwares. Keep it simple. Maybe for you, FG Funnels isn't right because it's a whole funnel system and it's a beast and you have to figure out all of that stuff. Maybe it's not right for you. So maybe for now, you just use something like SendOwl that is literally the simplest. You can make it and then you hook it to your email marketing system and the whole system goes, okay? So don't make this crazy complicated. Don't make this so hard that you won't do it. The whole point here is that you will create these digital products and you will sell them and you'll be successful. So if you get overwhelmed, you're not going to do that. Thank you again to ClickUp for sponsoring this video. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. And like I say, I will link a ton of other digital product videos below. I'll link everything I talked about below, and you have a lot of learning to do. Until next time, bye y'all.